You're about to hear the Children's Hour podcast. Thanks for being a listener. You can find a lot more information about this episode at childrenshour.org. Enjoy the show.
What do wind turbines talk about?
I don't know. What?
Nothing much. They just shoot the breeze.
It's time for the Children's Hour. Kids Public Radio.
Grandmas love it. Puppy dogs love it. Grandpas love it. Kitty cats love it. Babies love it. Mothers and others. Neighbors love it. What is it?
What is it?
Talking about love. Everybody needs it. Everyone deserves it. Love. Everybody needs it. Everyone deserves it. Love. Daddies love it. Sisters love it. Wookiees love it. Even if they're fictional. Teachers love it. Doctors and plumbers. Lonely people need more. We gotta give them some love. Everybody needs it. Everyone deserves it. Love. Everybody needs it. Everyone deserves it. Love.
Bug, baby.
Amore,
Pure.
l'amour, ai,
Happy.
ahava, hub, любовь.
प्यार मैं करूं प्यार ही जिंदगी है
You can love your grandma. You can give her a cookie. It's a different kind of love when you love a Wookiee. You can love your mother. She can love you back. So much love. Don't have a heart attack about love. Everybody needs it. Everyone deserves it. Love. Everybody needs it. Everyone deserves it. Love. Every baby needs it. Every baby wants it. Love. Everybody needs it. Everyone deserves it. Love.
Love Mix. That's Katie Ha 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 and Dean Jones from a soon-to-be coming CD. And you're listening to the Children's Hour. I'm Katie Stone, and I just love that I'm here with you right now, including all of you kids on Zoom. Hello, everyone.
Hello, it's me.
Hello.
Who's here today?
Hi, it's Evan. Hi, it's Maya Malone. Hello, Deirdre. Hi, it's Flo. Hey, I'm Genevieve.
Hello, it's me, Kate.
Hello, it's Lily Mae.
Happy day, it's Maya.
Hello, it's Zen.
Hello, it's Amadeus.
Hi, it's Luminata. Hi, it's Isaac.
Hi, pals. It's Melissa.
Hi, it's Camila.
Hello. The word that I currently identify with is Lucas.
Hi, it's Lucy.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here on Zoom and out in listener land. This week on the Children's Hour, we're going to be focusing on kids who are doing something to save the world. Mostly, we're going to be talking about kids who are addressing climate change head on. We have with us a guest named Mica Kantor. He's part of our Children's Trust, and he is 12 years old, and he's suing the government of Montana, where he lives, saying that they have not done enough to address climate change, and they have no plan to address climate change. And he just wants a plan. He's part of a group of kids who are doing that around the nation and indeed around the world. We're also going to hear a piece that was created by our old friends Kaya Allen and Julia Wolf on Greta Thunberg. And we'll learn more about Fridays for the future. And the kids in the Extinction Diaries are going to sound the alarm about the collapse of insect populations worldwide. But kids do make a difference every day on the Children's Hour, and the kids in our crew are certainly making a difference. Are any of you doing anything in your lives to address the issue of climate change?
Yes.
Yeah, Maya Falcon.
Well, I have been trying to use not plastic bags at all, reusable bags preferably, if not paper bags. I also have compost pile and I don't use plastic straws. Yeah.
Those are all good steps. Yeah, Maya, really. And, I wonder on the crew, does climate change worry any of you at all?
What worries me about climate change is like the ones in the north, like polar bears and Arctic foxes, Arctic wolves, and penguins could go extinct, and there might be some secret in them that we haven't found yet, and we will never do it because they went extinct because of climate change.
Yeah, that's a worrying thought. And I know there are kids and adults working on saving species all over the planet, but that's still a worrying thought. Yeah.
What worries me is that we have a lot of animals that went extinct before we were even made, before humans were a thing. And now we're going to see even more extinctions in animals that we've never seen, even if we are born today. But they're just somewhere else, and we haven't been able to get to that place.
That's right, Luciana. And in fact, it was just discovered recently that underneath the Arctic ice is a whole host of life that we did not know existed under there, including many new species of sponges. There's a lot left to learn about our planet, and it is not too late to reverse the damage of climate change. And in fact, kids are determined to do just that. Kids who are saving the world. But in the meantime, this is Rabbit from their brand new album called Happiness is Simple, right here on the Children's Hour.
There's a book I'm going to write about a man who rode his bike from Paris, Texas on to Paris, France. When I get the chance, it ought to be an epic tale, and I know how to eat the whale. It's one tiny bite at a time, and I don't mind. The things we left undone could fill an ocean. To make things happen, we need forward motion. So come on, come on, come on. Don't wait any longer. You either swim or you just tread water. You want a forest from a tiny garden. You best let's get started. There's a hole you plan to fix, the one that lets the raindrops in. Been leaking for a week or 6, but you can't find the time. Life keeps getting in the way. The nights keep turning into days. I'm saying nothing's gonna change till you get on with it. Don't wait any longer. You either swim or you just tread water. You want a forest from a tiny garden. You best let's get started. Don't wait any longer. The winds of change couldn't blow any harder. The maps and legends will stay uncharted until you finally get things
listening to the Children's Hour, and with us today on the show is Mica Kantor. He is one of the kid plaintiffs, and that means someone who is suing someone else for an organization called Our Children's Trust. And also with us is Nate Bellinger, and he is co-counsel on Mica's case. And welcome to the Children's Hour, first of all, to both of you. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having us.
So glad you're here. Mica, you're suing the state of Montana, and we have a lot of questions about that. But do you want to first just introduce yourself to our audience and tell us who you are and how old you are and what are you doing?
I'm Mica Kantor, and I'm 12 years old. And, well, I am worried about our planet, and I feel that this lawsuit is a good way to help.
Can you describe what the lawsuit is? You're suing the state of Montana, but why and what for?
Well, we're suing them and we want them to make a climate plan. And I guess we're suing the state instead of like fossil fuel companies, because if we were to sue an individual fossil fuel company, that's a lot less than making the state come up with a law that makes all of the fossil fuel companies follow it.
My crew, I know you have a lot of questions. Zen, let's start with you.
What has really inspired you to go out of your way and do this?
I really enjoy nature, and I spend a lot of time outside in nature. And right now that is getting jeopardized by the climate crisis. So it just really made sense when I heard about this case, because I've been doing climate action in my town for a little bit now. So it just made sense to do it.
Mica, was it hard collecting evidence?
Well, the lawyers are more of the people who would collect the evidence for this case. So I'm sure Nate could tell you if that was hard or not.
Yeah, you know what? It's actually not that hard. And that's not necessarily a good thing, because what that means is that there's a lot of evidence right now that shows that climate change is being, causing negative impacts in Montana and well as other places. And there's a lot of evidence about how Montana is continuing to promote fossil fuels. And interestingly, a lot of that evidence actually comes directly from the state that we are suing. And they keep a lot of data about that sort of thing about their fossil fuel use and the impacts. So it's actually not that hard to find quite a bit of data on that type of thing.
Seems like you're focusing specifically on fossil fuels. Why is that?
Well, I guess fossil fuels are the main cause of the climate crisis, and it just makes a lot of sense to focus on them. And that's pretty broad, so I feel like a lot of stuff is in that area.
Like drilling and mining and transporting and all of that, you mean?
Yeah.
Why are you suing Montana?
Well, I live in Montana, and it has a big place in my heart, and I really don't want all of the nature in Montana to go away. It would be very sad to see that happen. So,
Is it scary?
for me, it feels very empowering to be suing the state, but it is a little weird to think that I'm a kid who's suing it, but I think it's important. Sometimes it feels like a little too big for me to be doing, but I like doing it. It makes me feel good that I'm making the biggest impact in the world that I can really do. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's really brave of you to stand up like this, Mica. And it is so good to hear that it's empowering you too. Yeah, Isaac.
What are some of the other things that you're doing to help this cause?
Well, I'm part of Sunrise Movement, which is a nationwide movement, and I basically help coordinate actions. And before COVID, I went to the Fridays for Future strikes every Friday, And I also, before COVID, helped a group called Families for a Livable Climate, which is a local group. And I've written papers to senators and stuff. When I was 3 years old, I watched this documentary called Chasing Ice, and I dictated a letter to my parents that we sent to Tester, I'm pretty sure.
Is that an elected official?
Yeah, he's an elected official in Montana.
Did he write you back?
I do not think he wrote back, but I remember there was something that happened in Missoula, and I thought it was because I dictated that letter to him. I mean, I was little, so I thought it was because of me.
It very well might have been your letter that made all the difference in that case. We're talking with Mica Kantor and an attorney named Nate Bellinger. They're from Our Children's Trust. And we wanted to play something that was written by another plaintiff in a different Our Children's Trust case, this one against the federal government, claiming that the federal government, too, was not taking action to address the dangers of pollution and climate change. That plaintiff's name is Aji Piper, and this is his song, Exploding Trains, right here on the Children's Hour.
Please don't send exploding trains through our cities. We don't think that people dying is pretty. So let us be not the first but the many to tell you how we feel. We're sick of your money, we're sick of your game. You put lots and lots of people and lots of pain. You put the lives on the line for your profit, that's a crime. And we don't think that that's fair. Please don't send exploding trains through our cities. We don't think that people dying is pretty. So think about the future generations. Think about the lives they'll live. Think about our children's children. Think about the future generations. Think about the lives they'll live. Think about our children's children. What to them do you give? What to them do you give? Bad air. What to them do you give? Dead whales. What to them do you give? Destroyed ecosystems. What to them do you give? The Keystone Pipeline. What to them do you give? Exploding trains.
Mother Earth, she greets us every day with all kinds of gifts like flowers and waves from the ocean, tied together like sisters and brothers. We are all connected, so let's honor each other. Let's join hands, let's look eye to eye. Let's lift each other up, or at least try. Let's be good humans and let's do our part. Let's live every moment straight from the heart.
The Children's Hour is produced by the Children's Hour Incorporated, a nonprofit dedicated to producing high-quality kids public radio. Find out more at childrenshour.org. Support for the Children's Hour provided by Electric Playhouse, an immersive entertainment center and dining experience in Albuquerque, New Mexico. While the Playhouse is currently closed for the safety of customers, learn about dining, play, and educational opportunities, as well as future locations at electricplayhouse.com. Support is also provided by the City of Albuquerque Cultural Services Department and the Urban Enhancement Trust Fund.
The world is under attack at this very moment. to talk collaboration and smash all the self-imposed prisons. No more solitary confinement. See the light being split by the prism, but we can get it all back into alignment. Oh, people of the earth, please listen. I'm an earthling, and you're an earthling, and we're revolving now, so we all sing that I'm an earthling, and you're an earthling. I see a beautiful new day dawning, 'cause we're down to earth, we're down to earth, oh, we're down to earth, we're down to earth. So dig your toes in the dirt, 'cause it all comes down to earth. An alien is just a human being alienated, with the heart and mind separated, and the nature devastated, coming with a planetary invasion. Earthlings rise against an alien nation. I'm a terrestrial being and not the extra kind, and I can see all the pollution, so I must remind that the only way possible to make it all sustainable is that we recognize that our fates are tied. The earth is not given to you by your parents, it is loaned to you by your children. The earth is not given to you by your parents, it is loaned to you by your children's children. I'm an earthling, and you're an earthling, and we're revolving now, so we all sing that I'm an earthling, and you're an earthling. I see a beautiful new day dawning, 'cause we're down to earth, we're down to earth, oh, we're down to earth, we're down to earth. So dig your toes in the dirt, 'cause it all comes down to earth.
In our galaxy, it's our reality. Not telling a nation, it starts our humanity. Loving inside, that is our divinity. Stretch forth your arms and reach for eternity. When the sun shines to open up the day, it can be when it's from far away. We are together, man, we can't separate. Stop any policy that promotes hate. Well, life is good, me say the life can be better, but me must stick together like a snap and the letter man. I want to hug you, sister man, and hug up your brother, 'cause we must evolve and stick together.
To all my nature freaks, to all my nature freaks, and my freaks in nature, and my freaks in nature. All my nature freaks, to all my nature freaks, and my freaks in nature, and my freaks in nature. Everybody that you see is an earthling, and all the animals and trees are earthlings. And even though that we know that they can't speak, make a choice for the voiceless, everybody sing. You can try to build it wide, to build it high, to never move faster than the speed of earth. You can try to build it wide, to build it high, to never move faster than the speed of earth. You can try to build it wide, to build it high, to never move faster than the speed of earth. You can try to build it wide, to build it high, to never move faster than the speed of
You're listening to the Children's Hour, and that was Wookiefoot from a CD called Ready or Not. And before the break, you heard Megan Schoenbaum from her You Are Enough release with Good Humans. Exploding Trains way back when was Aji and Adonis Piper. And Aji is a plaintiff in our children's trust case versus the U.S. government. You can actually learn a lot more about our children's trust and that case by watching a movie called Youth v. Gov. We've got a link at our website, childrenshour.org. Just look for this episode page, Kids Save the World. And speaking of kids saving the world, with us today is Mica Kantor. He is a kid trying to save the world. He's suing the state of Montana and saying that the state of Montana needs to make a plan to address climate change. He's here with Nate Bellinger, who's one of the counsel on that case. And Mica and Nate, the kids on our crew, have a lot more questions for you.
Do you have a plan on how to basically defeat climate change?
Well, we're asking the state to come up with a plan. So it's pretty broad, but they basically have to make sure that they give us a constitutional right to a clean and healthful environment. So they'd have to come up with a decent plan for them to make sure that they're following our constitutional rights.
Let's back up a little bit and talk with your counsel, Nate Bellinger, about the civil rights part about what you just talked about. And we've covered civil rights in our Constitution a lot on the Children's Hour, and you can find those podcasts at our website. Under our podcast link, there's a civics link, and you can find a whole bunch of shows. But we know that a civil right is something that everyone is born with. Nate Bellinger, explain to us how this ties in with Mica's case.
Every state constitution is a little bit different. There's a lot of similarities, but there's also some differences. And Montana's constitution actually has written right into it a right to a clean and healthful environment. That's what it says. And that right was added to the Constitution through a constitutional modification process in the late 1960s. And so that right is what we say in Montana, kind of explicit in the Constitution. It's written into the Constitution. And there are some other states that have similar language, but we argue in some of our other state cases that even where that right isn't written into the Constitution, because having a safe environment and a stable climate system is necessary to have all your other constitutional rights, such as the right to life and liberty and property, that really that right is either explicit or implicitly included in all constitutions. But Montana is a little bit unique in that it is written right into the Constitution.
How long do you think it will take to make it right?
Well, to hopefully win the case or for the case to be over, it could take a couple of years, and then it might take a while for them to come up with the plan too, and Nate might be able to say more exact.
Yeah, I think that's about right, Micah. It could take a couple of years for the case to fully work its way through the courts. And then we would hope that the state would, fairly quickly, within maybe several months or a year after that, prepare its plan. And then it would get to work right away on implementing the plan. And it would be, it would be a multi-year plan, but as long as they were starting to get to work and implementing the plan, which would include reducing reliance on fossil fuels, then we would be moving in the right direction within just a couple years, hopefully.
So how, as a group of minors, did you find a attorney willing to take your case?
Well, it was kind of the other way around for me because I actually heard about the case, and this has been happening. Like they have been doing cases around the country. So it was more of I was getting reached out to.
That is really quite the deep commitment, Mica. Yeah, Melissa.
What is the Children's Trust?
So our Children's Trust we are a non-profit public interest law firm. And we work with youth like Mica all over the country and really all over the world to bring legal actions in their states. We have one pending against the federal government and in some countries abroad. And so we represent young people in bringing these cases. And each case is unique, but there are similarities through all of them as well. So we're talking about the Montana case in particular today, but there are other cases pending in other states and against the federal government and abroad. And the similarities in the cases are all of the plaintiffs are youth. They all involve cases against government actions, which, as Mica referenced earlier, is really important because, while fossil fuel companies are playing a big part in climate change as well, they're doing it. All of the actions that they are taking are with permission and permits from the government. So we're going after the government's role in causing the problem. And the claims are all based on constitutional rights. And that's really important because your constitutional rights are the most sacred and most important rights. and they are not subject to a vote or changing government leadership. And so once we start protecting those constitutional rights, they would be protected across government administrations. So those are some of the similarities in all of the cases.
How old are the kids who participate in these cases with our Children's Trust?
So in Montana, we have 16 plaintiffs, and they range in between 3 and 19. And I would say that's fairly typical. Most of them are kind of in the teens, I would say, 10 to 20 range.
Are you hopeful?
I am hopeful that we will make what is happening right. And I hope that this case, that we win the case, and that eventually we can make Montana come up with a good plan. And hopefully that will be enough for Montana to fix its problem. But yeah.
Where can we learn more, and what can we do to help?
So one thing you can do is you can always learn more at our website, ourchildrenstrust.org. We have a lot of information about the Montana case and all of our other cases on that website. And there's also ways to reach out if you want even more information. And maybe, Mica, do you have additional thoughts of things that they can do to help?
I mean, if you wanted, you could always write letters to the newspaper about it. Maybe writing letters to local officials in your guys' area.
Those are all really good suggestions. We're learning about our Children's Trust and the lawsuit that is against the state of Montana. They have many other lawsuits against other states, and all of the plaintiffs are kids, including our guest, Mica Kantor. We want to thank Mica Kantor and Nate Bellinger from our Children's Trust for being with us on the show today. Thank you both.
Thank you all for your great questions.
Thank you.
We've posted an update about Mica's case to childrenshour.org. Look under this episode page, Kids Save the World.
The earth is our one home. The earth is so fragile it seems. It's warmer and warmer, and things have gone from strange to extreme. That's when the future began. They had an unsecret plan. They didn't walk, no, they ran. It was the future. Neglected, deflected, can't undo what is already done. Aware now, with know-how, with power from the wind and the sun. That's when the future began. They had an unsecret plan. They didn't walk, no, they ran. It was the future.
Are you concerned about the future for our Earth's climate? And what climate change means for you? Do you feel disempowered to make changes for our Earth because you're a kid?
Greta Thunberg is a 16-year-old climate activist with Asperger's from Sweden. In August of 2018, she created School Strikes for Climate.
Greta sat outside of the Swedish parliament every day until the Swedish elections. Every Friday since the election, she partakes in what has become known as Fridays for Future.
She has also spoken all around the world and has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Kids all over the world have followed her lead and skipped school on Fridays to protest for climate action.
To lower her family's carbon footprint, Greta insisted they become vegan and give up flying, as she did herself.
Anyone can join the movement and help reduce greenhouse gases by lowering fossil fuel usage.
A few ways to do this include using your car less, using alternative energy that doesn't pollute the earth, and educating yourself and others about climate change.
To find out more about it, go to www.fridaysforfuture.org.
Kaya Allen and Julia Wolf. And in the background, you're hearing Ketsa. This is Jump In Jamie, right here on the Children's Hour.
You say you love your children above all else, and yet you're stealing their future in front of their very eyes.
She's not going to school today until the adults grow up and change their ways. She says, call it when it is a climate emergency. Take off the kid gloves and start an insurgency. And they bully her because they have no arguments of substance. Time. Stop pretending things are fine. You're throwing away our future and our planet's on the line. We're having much time. Stop pretending things are fine. You're throwing away our future. Let our hopes and dreams survive. We're having much time. Wake up, stop stealing our future. Wake up, stop stealing our future. Wake up. Stop stealing our future. Wake up, you're stealing our future. Greta says it's a complicated problem at hand, but the answer's so simple, a young child can understand. Stop all emissions by changing the industries linked. If we don't stand a chance, we will all go extinct. And they bully her because they have no empathy for anyone. We're having much time. Stop pretending things are fine. You're throwing away our future and our planet's on the line. We're having much time. Stop pretending things are fine. You're throwing away our future. Let our hopes and dreams survive. We're having much time. It's a crisis, treat it like one. Wake up, wake up, wake up, time to rise up. It's a crisis, treat it like one. Wake up, wake up, wake up, time to rise up. Wake up, stop stealing our future. Wake up, stop stealing our future. Wake up, stop stealing our future. Wake up, you're stealing our future. Wake up,
We're having an art contest. Kids ages 17 and younger are invited to send us your art that responds to the question, what is your reaction to COVID-19? The deadline is March 15th and winners will be announced online. The art might be featured as part of our Pandemic Musical, an original work of musical radio theater produced by all of us at the Children's Hour. Find out more about the Children's Hour's COVID Art Contest at childrenshour.org under Pandemic Musical. The Children's Hour is supported in part by an award from New Mexico Arts, a division of the New Mexico Department of Cultural Affairs, and the National Endowment for the Arts. Support for the Children's Hour is provided by Token Ibis, a nonprofit making philanthropy accessible to everyone. To sign up, go to tokenibis.org. This program was produced in part thanks to a grant from the Albuquerque Community Foundation and from the Conscience of Society Fund.
Was there an Adam? Was there an Eve? Or did we evolve from what we conceived? Either way, we got what was needed when the sun shone down on the Garden of Eden. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solatopia, Solatopia, Solatopia. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solatopia?
was lost. So we had to work to pay the cost. And so we went digging into the ground and started to burn many things we found. But don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia, Solartopia, Solartopia. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia all over God's green world.
We multiplied, we needed more. The rich got rich, the poor got sore. The fuel ran scarce, the price jumped high, and so we gave nuclear power a try. But don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia, Solartopia, Solartopia. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia all over God's green world.
But the nuclear plants were built in haste, with too many risks, no place for waste. And so from Seabrook to Shoreham town, we have to shut those nuke plants down. But don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia, Solartopia, Solartopia. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia all over God's green world.
Now we're fighting wars over oil and gas. No matter who wins, it will not last. The earth is scarred, the planet is warming. Don't you think that all of it's a great big warning?
Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia, Solartopia, Solartopia. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia all over God's green world. We'll learn to power houses and cars with the light that's made up in the stars. It's a gift to share that's always been given. It falls down to earth like rain from heaven. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia, Solartopia, Solartopia. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia all over God's green. One more time. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia, Solartopia, Solartopia. Don't you know we're gonna have a Solartopia all over God's green world.
Extinction Diaries. 12 scientific studies conducted by 56 authors have concluded that we are on the very edge of collapsing most terrestrial insect populations to the point of no return. Habitat loss is high on the list of human activity forcing declines. Researchers point to the tropics as worrisome, where burning and logging are at a warlike pace. Scientists believe most species there have not even been discovered yet and will be extinct before they are. The second largest loss of insect habitat is grasslands replaced by industrial farming and livestock production, and along with conversion comes insect-deadly pesticides, many known to cause cancer and other diseases in humans. However, the studies are pointing to climate change as the insect enemy number one. For the past 50 years, climate change has been accelerating and insects have lost 50 to 70% of their populations and facing a further 10 to 20% loss per decade. If we remember them as relatives, we may find the solutions. My name is Odin Lee Daly. This is a Small World Radio production.
I once knew a man, he could listen to the rocks. He could hear the grass a-growing and hear the sleeping fox. He could hear the clouds a-passing and the song of the morning dew. And if you start to listen, yes, you can hear them too. Oh, you don't need ears to listen if your mind is open too. There's all this life and living, and it's all a part of you. You can listen with your eyes, you can listen with your toes. You can even listen with your big nose. I once knew a woman and her ears were going bad, but she knew how to listen, so it wasn't quite so sad. She could hear the flowers open and hear the desert sing. And if you start to listen, you can hear most anything. Oh, you don't need ears to listen if your mind is open too. There's all this life and living, and it's all a part of you. You can listen with your eyes, you can listen with your nose. You can even listen with your big nose. Next time you're feeling quiet, set yourself right down and listen to the earth, but don't listen for no sound. You can hear the trees are growing and hear the sunbeams fall. And if you start to listen, yes, you can hear it all. Oh, you don't need ears to listen if your mind is open too. There's all this life and living, and it's all a part of you. You can listen with your eyes, you can listen with your toes. You can even listen with your big nose. You can even listen with your big nose.
That's Jim Stoltz from A Kid for the Wild. You don't need ears to listen. And before the Extinction Diaries, you heard Solartopia. That's featuring Dar Williams and Pete Seeger from his Tomorrow's Children CD. You're listening to the Children's Hour. We're learning about kids who are taking it upon themselves to take action to save the planet. There's a lot that we can all do in our own homes, including a commitment to recycling. This is Gay Adegbalola from Blues in All Flavors, right here on the Children's Hour.
Everybody's got to pitch in to help save our world. Yeah, every man, every woman, every boy and girl gotta recycle, recycle, gonna do it all the time. Recycle, recycle, treating Mother Earth so kind. I ate some jelly from a jar, my tuna fish was in a can. I'm gonna save that can, I'm gonna save that jar. I got the jelly jar tuna can plan to recycle, recycle. Gonna do it all the time. Recycle, recycle, treating Mother Earth so kind. My blue t-shirt is too tight, 'cause I have grown. Well, what'll I do with that too-tight t-shirt? The answer is well known. I'm gonna recycle, recycle, gonna do it all the time. Recycle, recycle, I'm treating Mother Earth so kind. I used to have a favorite toy when I was a little kid. You know, I didn't decaying plan. Gonna recycle, recycle. I'm gonna do it all the time. Recycle, recycle. Yeah, treating Mother Earth so kind. Hey everybody, you got a picture? We gotta save this world. We need every man, every woman, every boy and girl has gotta recycle, recycle. Gotta do it all the time. Recycle, recycle. Treating Mother Earth so kind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're planet protectors, heroes brave and true. We're planet protectors, and you can be one too. With the little things you can do. Turn out the light when you leave the room to save electricity. Don't leave the TV and the lights burning when there's no one in the room who's ever gonna see. We're planet protectors, heroes brave and true. We're planet protectors, and you can be one too. With the little things you can do. If you're cold, don't turn up the heat, 'cause that's not where it's at. Grab a sweater and some extra socks, and keep warm by wearing your favorite fuzzy rat.
Ricky Red here at your service.
Sorry, Ricky. I think she meant hat.
Are you sure now? 'Cause I can crawl up there and keep your head nice and warm and cozy.
No, she meant hat.
Ah, rats. Who's got the cold head? You called? Yeah, she meant hat. Oh, rats.
We're planet protectors, heroes brave and true. We're planet protectors, and you can be one too. With the little things you can do. Who needs those juice boxes? 'Cause that's not where it's at. Get yourself a reusable cup and fill it up and drink it up and fill it up and drink it up. Turn off the water when you brush your teeth. Don't waste it down the drain. Our resources are a limited thing, and wasting water and air is really quite lame.
It's so lame. Totally.
We're planet protectors, heroes brave and true. We're planet protectors, and you can be one too. With the little things you can do. You can be a hero, brave and true. A planet protector, just like you. A planet protector, just like you. I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace I give you.
Peace I give you.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace unto you.
Peace unto you.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace I give you.
Peace I give you.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace unto you.
Peace unto you.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace I give you.
Peace I give you.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace unto you.
Peace unto you.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace I give you.
Peace I give you.
I wish you peace.
I wish you peace.
Peace unto you.
Peace unto you.
Do you
from the Grammy-nominated All the Sounds CD. That's Lucy Kalantari and the Jazz Cats. Planet Protectors was the Chickadees.
Children's Hour is written by Katie Stone and produced by the Children's Hour Incorporated at the Sunspot Solar Studio in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with help from all of us on the Kids Crew.
Many thanks to Mica and Nate from our Children's Trust for being with us on the show today.
We also want to thank the kids from the Extinction Diaries out of Redding and Red Bluff, California at KFOI.
Find lots of information about us at childrenshour.org.
Our podcasts are on our website and everywhere you can find podcasts.
Or ask your smart speaker to play the Children's Hour podcast.
And you can find us on patreon.com/The Children's Hour.
We would love to hear from you. Leave us a message at our website or on social media.
Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TCH Radio.
Our theme music is written by C.K. Barlow.
Thanks for listening to the Children's Hour, Kids Public Radio.